It's essential to note that not all KPIs are created equal. Each business will have unique key metrics directly impacting its success. Identifying the most relevant and impactful KPIs for your specific industry, market, and strategic objectives.
Welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to look at inventory management top 11 KPIs. In previous videos, we've gone over leading KPIs and lagging KPIs. Today, I'm going to give you the top 11 of my favorite inventory management KPIs. At the end, I will provide you two of my personal favorites in inventory management KPIs. So, how do you define key performance indicators? Key means it's significant. Performance is the output or the lack of. An indicator is a value, a character, or an icon or an avatar that shows the performance. Always remember, if it won't change how you behave, it's a bad metric. One of the keys in defining your KPIs, does it tell you what's really happening? Whether it's hour by hour or day by day, does it tell you what's really happening? Also, remember, if you don't measure it, you can't manage it. You have to measure items that have a important factor so you can manage the future outcomes. Okay, the first one, inventory turns. Basically, you're looking at cost of goods sold over a 12-month or 1 year period divided by average inventory, the beginning of the period, the end of the period. You should always consider using the trailing 12 months as part of your formula. Don't try to annualize what has happened, what could happen. Use the trailing 12 months. It's much easier. Use the trailing 12 months. It will provide an accurate view of what is happening today. Days inventory outstanding, it's just converting the inventory turns into days. So the formula is 365 divided by inventory turns. Stockout value. Define the lost sales value in a predefined time frame, such as weekly. And here you're just taking shipped value minus ordered value. Okay, so how is backorder rate and fill rate similar? They are both the same coin, just opposite sides. Your backorder rate is taking the total number of backorder units and dividing it by total number of units ordered. It could be units, it could be cases, it could be line items, but commonly you're going to use units. Fill rate is the positive side of backorder rate. You're defining the rate of accomplishments. So total number of units shipped divided by total number of units ordered. You always hear large companies say we have a 99.99997% up rate. You don't hear them say our down rate is 0.00003. So fill rate is the positive way to look at it. Cycle time, the average time to pick an order. Very simple. It may not be simple to compute, but it is very simple. You're looking at the time that it takes to pick an order from start to finish. Order lead time. Here you're looking at from the time the order was placed to the time the order was delivered. What is that average time? Now, I know a lot of people will look at this from when it was placed to when it was shipped, but go ahead and go the extra mile and put in that delivery time. Okay, so we've come down to my two favorite KPIs. There is actually two parts to each of these. Obsolete inventory value. Now, I like this one just as a value so you can see what you have in obsolete inventory, the value that you're carrying. The issue that you need to deal with first is you need to define what is obsolete. Is it greater than 90 days, 180 days, 365 days? This is all going to depend if you have a obsolescence return to the OEM or not. So define what is obsolete in days, weeks, months, years, whatever it may be. It may be 15 days. If you're working with a product that's hypersensitive to a code date, then you really have to watch your obsolescence. Obsolete inventory rate. This is just comparing the obsolete inventory dollars into the total inventory dollars. I don't really care for this formula because the rate is going to be a very low percentage probably. So looking at the actual value is what I like to look at. The last one that we're going to look at is inventory variance dollars. At the end of a period or a month, what was your inventory loss? Now, you may call this shrink, waste, whatever it may be, but just add it all up. What is that inventory loss for 1 month? This will really help you put everything in perspective. If you see that your inventory loss was $100, you may say, okay, well, that's fair. I'm not too concerned. You may see it come out to be $1,000, and you may say, oh, that's too much for 1 month. So know what your time frame is. Inventory variance rate. This is your loss of inventory divided into standard usage dollar value. What was the inventory standard usage dollar value? Now, if you're not a manufacturer and you're a wholesaler, your denominator may be inventory value, or you may just want to compare it to net sales. So, how many KPIs should you review on a routine basis? Well, number one, what is that routine basis? For me, it's daily and monthly. But what is your North Star metric? What is a North Star metric? A North Star metric is going to be one KPI that you look at, let's say on a daily basis, to see where you are. So you have to pick a metric that's going to tell you positive or negative. At a glance, you can't spend more than 1 minute looking at it. And you'll probably get to where you're looking at it for 15 seconds. If it looks good, you go on to the next issue that you need to deal with. If it does not look good, that's when you start investigating. So, how many KPIs should I review? I would try to find that one North Star metric right there. I would try to find that. So, you only look at one every day. How often? If it was a North Star metric, it would be daily. In the comments, tell me your experience with KPIs. What are you looking at and how often are you looking at that KPI? If you don't have any experience with KPIs, tell me in the comments. I will help you find one or two KPIs that you can look at. But people, listen to me. Don't spend a lot of time trying to compute KPIs. If you're spending a lot of time on them, they're too far removed from the entire process. You need to shorten that time frame. If you have a question, leave me a comment. I appreciate everything that you comment in the sections. Thank you for watching. Top 11 KPIs for inventory related. Have a great day and be safe.